Hello. I finally get something. I finally got something. Let me sit right here because my light is this way. But I finally got something. I've been trying to understand about how people control people through language, right? And how sometimes you use a harsh word in the word. It's not really a bad word, but it has such negative connotations that it almost makes you feel bad. So when I say my mom is a very tribal person, Jews are very tribal, but then they just change the word to community, or you're just not part of the friend group, or you're just not one of us, or friends, people having friends, they become a gang. You know what I mean? So it's like now, instead of, oh, these are my friends, because friends doesn't sound as cool, or doesn't friends doesn't sound as bad. So it becomes, the friendship becomes a gang. And I think it's so funny because gang has negative connotations, and how you can really control people through language. Because if you're in a gang, the connotation is like, I'm gonna do bad things with my friends. But instead, if it was I'm just in a friendship group, I'm just with my friends, then it will become like anybody could become my friend. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's seeing even some stuff like going to um going to school together, they become, oh, I'm in a gang. I'm you know what I mean? Because it's like every little friendship group becomes a little tribal type of group. And it's like a girl, and it's like, to be honest, they're still human. They're still human. That's why it kind of makes me a little sad. Because, bro, I'm not gonna think you're cool because you're in a gang. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna sleep with you because you're selling drugs. Like, it might work. Like, girl, it might work for some girls, but it definitely, that should just never work. So I'm like, all right, are you gonna be a good person? So now these people, or even with some of these people, right? They're like, the cops hurt me, so I have to go hurt people. The cops hurt me. Did the cops specifically hurt you, or do you feel hurt because they've hurt some black people? Do you know what I mean? Or like the KKK, how the KKK became the cops. Sure, they might not be as racist because the word changed a little bit. But now, these community groups really think they're the cops, and bro, you're just harassing people. Like, you're not protecting the community. You're not, you know what I mean? So it has to change, because it's like the cops cannot become something community based, because it will be too much. So we have to use a different word, because when you say community, anybody thinks that they could just come in there, and not enough people have, I would say, the intellect to be the judge of a character, because they want to judge people based on if they're religious, based on what they're wearing, based on how they do their hair. And it's like, sir, you're just a hateful ass person. One. So I just been really thinking about how people really control you through language. Like, for me, when I went to foster care and stuff, or I could never even leave the facility. So to me, it was a jail. But to other people, they really think that I'm getting attention, that I'm living the best life. The whole time I couldn't even go outside. But I turned out to not hate myself, to not think I'm a bad person, and to not associate my trauma with anything bad because of the word they use, like fostering, or group home, or whatever. So I turned out to not be that bad, but somebody who went to juvie will eventually end up in jail. You know what I mean? Because they associate community, they associate their stuff with jail, with something bad, because jail has more negative connotation. Juvie has like more negative. Like when you think about juvie, you think about something bad. But if you tell a child, even if it looks like a jail, it's a jail. You can't go outside. You're taking all your freedom. As long as you don't call it a jail, nobody cares. You know what I mean? Nobody cares what it is. Hold up. I gotta do something real quick. I'll be right back. The worst part about this, right? The worst part I'll say about this is after community harassment, really. Not community protecting, community fucking harassment. Because you don't even treat prisoners like that. Why? Who the fuck is using blinkers on prisoners? Who the fuck is buying the same color cars? Like, sir, being in a gang doesn't make you cool, all right? Like, who the fuck treat prisoners like that? Like, even my own mom is trying to starve me. Like, do you think that's what prison is? Like, it's so funny because it's like, bro, what the hell are you talking about? Like, do you think this is what happens in prison? Like, sure, some prisons are bad, and some people go into the job wanting to hurt people and to control people, but not everybody goes into the job wanting to hurt the prisoners. Not everybody goes into those specific jobs wanting to starve and put it like in prisoners. Like, that's not like a real thing. Like, sure, some of the group homes I've been to, some of the staff were horrible, they were mean, they were controlling, but not all of them were like that. You know what I mean? Not all of them were like that. So I could tell they really want me to associate my trauma with something bad. So, and it's like, I'm not gonna associate my trauma with something bad. Like, I like who I am. Like, you could call, it's like based on the words you use, you could call me a psychopath or whatever, but I don't really like that word. Has such negative, like, it's a negative word. So I don't really think that of myself. So who the fuck are you to say this is how you should view yourself, this is how you should feel about yourself? Not, no, I like myself plenty. So it's weird to see a bunch of fucking weirdos on the internet who haven't actually experienced this go out of their way to harm more people. So, like, no, it's your character. Like, it's your character. I've met some good people, but I've also met some bad people while being in the foster care system. Like, duh. So, and I'm sure like it's worse in the South. I'm sure like the people you run into in the South taking these jobs are racist, they're weird, you know what I mean? But it's not everybody. There's a whole world out there. So it really makes me feel like really? Like, there's a whole world out there. Another one is voodoo. Sir, you're just bullying me, and like, this shit makes me never want to talk to my mom ever again. Like, to them, their parents were like, voodoo is bad, blah blah blah. So now if you want to be the bad person, like say you're in Haiti, right? You know, you don't like the fact that to be a good person in Haiti, you have to be religious, you have to do things a very specific way. If you want to be the bad boy in Haiti, you're gonna go do voodoo, you're gonna be a gang member, because that's what's cool, that's what's the opposition. So even in America, like, if you don't work, you're just seen as like a loser, because it's like, to be a good person you gotta work, to be a good person you gotta dress a certain way, to be a good person you gotta be white. So when you think of yourself as good either way, they really think like, oh my god, the opposition likes themselves. That's crazy. You're supposed to not like yourself. And it makes you really laugh too, man. Start cooking rice, but so now we got a bunch of Haitians, overly religious, zealot, Bible thumping Haitians, thinking that to be a bad boy, you gotta harm women. To be a bad boy, you gotta be in a gang, and that's gonna like somehow make women like you. No, it's not gonna make me like you, sir. I just noticed that. Like, oh my god, to be a bad boy, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Like, sir, you're a criminal. But even then, I'm not gonna treat you bad because I know you're doing something wrong. Usually, like I'm not. Usually, for me, it's a case by case basis. Like, just because you sell drugs, don't mean I think you're a bad person. And just because you've been to jail, does not mean I think you're a bad person. Like, so it really sucks to see like people just like be like this, man. That's all I gotta say. Like, it sucks living in this world because it's like, sir, I don't want you because you're a bad person. And it's like my mom, like I think the issue with her and my stepdad specifically is that he's a fucking creep, and he wants to be cool like a black American. We met this hoodlum in the fucking Bronx. That's all we gotta say. We met this man in the Bronx. So it's like my mom is a very religious, good family person. So I just be like, just be yourselves. A man is gonna like that, and he doesn't even care. Like he's so degenerate. Like my stepdad is such a fucking degenerate loser that he doesn't care that he's harming me. He doesn't care that he's harming my mom. He does not care if he broke our family because that's what's cool to a man. This is exactly what he's doing. Many men would do because that is what being a man is. Being a man is hurting a woman and getting away with it. Being a man is being a fucking degenerate loser piece of shit and being like, everybody's like, cool, he's a man. He could be a fucking loser. But say I want to be a loser and I want to be a degenerate. Not everybody have a fucking problem. Like, I've just been noticing it a lot. Like, being like a psychopath, or like even the word like being a loser. Sir, I'm just very introverted and I'm just shy. You know what I mean? But to them, they generally fucking hate me because I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to give them attention. And I'm not saying I'm a girl. Haha, guys, look at me. I'm beautiful. Like, I just naturally look like that. And I don't want to fucking be around a bunch of fucking insecure people. That has to make me lower myself so they could feel better about themselves. And it's really tragic. It's really tragic because I think half of these boys, a lot of these men are used to being around girls they could hurt, and then the girl always come back to them. I think that's the fucking problem. They're used to being around a bunch of girls that they do a bunch of crazy stuff too. And then the girl is like, oh, well, he's tall, so you know what? Let me take him back. Get the fuck away from me. That has never been the type of woman I am. So it's like seeing a bunch of women do like literally change their whole entire personality to stay with a man is crazy to me, bro. Like, that shit is crazy to me. That shit insane. Like, really? Damn. That's crazy. So seeing a bunch of women just like literally be like, let me cook and clean so a man would like me, like him? Jerome from down the street? Really? That's crazy. That's really crazy, bro. You think I'm gonna cook, clean, sleep, and have a baby? Not me, man. You need to find some stupid bitch. You need to find some other stupid bitch to do that shit. You're like, bro, what are you talking about? You want me to change my entire personality because you think I'm ratchet? Like, okay. So, and it's like a lot of these fucking girls, they be so jealous and envious. Like, bro, if you're a skinny Barbie, cool. If you're a curvy, busty woman, all right. But what the fuck you need everybody to validate you, and you need everybody to like you, and you need people to tell you that you're pretty. You don't fucking feel pretty. You can't fucking. It's weird. Like, you don't want to just validate yourself. It's creepy as hell. So now we got a bunch of fucking iPad children thinking to be a good man, you need to harm women. To be the top bitch, you need to steal somebody's man. Right? To be worthy of love, you need to change your entire personality. To be like and liked, you need to like not do the things you love, and that has never been me. I'd rather be alone. You know what I mean? So it sucks to be falsely imprisoned in my own house right now, but I'm glad I didn't sleep with them. Thank God. Shit, I don't want to fucking sleep with these people. Nah, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, you might have tried to lace me, but shit, I survived the fucking lacing, bitch. So I hate you people. Y'all are fucking weird. Voodoo, it could be real, but voodoo could also be bullying, lacing somebody's food, personality disorder. And also, right, some of these fucking nasty ass people, it's like, bro, do you think every hospital patient is just doing it for attention? You're fucking weird and you're stupid and naive. Like, not everybody is doing it. Some stuff I've been around enough crazy people to know that sometimes it's just their personality, or some stuff is just something they don't realize, or they really think this shit is real. So seeing a bunch of loser ass cops come into my general vicinity to tell me who I am is wrong, and who I am is attention seeking. Whole time they're the ones looking for attention. Be right back. And it's like I also know it's because their parents probably told them that looking for attention is wrong, wanting love is wrong, being nice is wrong, not being against the white man is the right path. Like, I know it's because of their parents. Like, my mom is attention seeking right now, but she's doing it because she doesn't want to work, and she thinks she's very deeply jealous of me, and she thinks just because I was raised in foster care and I was going to a hospital that mean I got more attention than her, even though it's negative attention, right? Even though it's negative attention, because she's like the invisible child or something, and she don't really get no attention. To her, that's okay. Or like how some of these girls literally think being harassed and bullied is the right path. And it's like, they really think, and it's like, and everybody is turning against me because I realize it's because there's not really that much pretty people in the world. And it's like, honestly, these bitches be so jealous that I wouldn't be surprised if they change their face right now, if they get injected tomorrow. You know what I mean? Instead of just accepting themselves. It's crazy, man. But then to see, this is exactly how Korea, like, evil people in Korea could just change their entire face and you would never know. It's crazy. It's crazy, yo. That's a total different topic, but it's like, just accept yourself or just be in a friend group. And it's like how people could control people through language. Like, what I'm doing, I really like dressing up like this. I really like collecting my teddy bears. To somebody, that might be weird or creepy. That's why I'm just gonna stop consuming, because you never know how stupid that person is. That's why I'm like stopping consuming, because they all want it to be them. They all want to be the famous people. They all want to be the ones that are pretty. They want to be the ones with attention, and I'm just like done with that shit. And the internet, The internet is fake. So I know you guys have been doing this to me on purpose. And it's like, it was you that fucking did that shit. It was you that fucking did that shit. It was you that was targeting me. It was you putting these thoughts in my head. It was you making my screen blah 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 blah. It's you trying to feed me ads. And I don't know what demon you sold your soul to, but you need to leave me alone. Like, leave me out of this. Because even if I did want to be famous, just because you did a bunch of stuff you're not proud of to get your fame, does not mean I'm gonna fucking do it. And you would think they would just change it. You would think they would like change it instead of making the new generation do it. But it's crazy because now my mom is trying to destiny swap with me by bullying me in the house and trapping me in my room and trying to dress like me and calling it voodoo. Like, bitch, you're weird. You're just a weirdo. You're just a fucking weirdo. So it's like, I really see how people could control people through language. Like, you're not a voodoo priestess. You're a fucking weirdo, bullying, jealous, envious bitch. And you don't understand that you could just be yourself. What makes you special is not what makes another woman special. It's crazy. Bitch, okay, you want to wear your natural hair, but now I'm realizing this is all they got. That's literally all they have. All they have is being good woman. Like, that's all they have. They don't feel like they could be loved for themselves, and it's sad. Like, it's sad to me because it's like, I'm not cooking and cleaning for you. Sadly, like, I'm good. You better start cooking and cleaning for me. All right, cook for me. I'm out of here.